Hi there and welcome back. This is Vince of vinceprep.com and Agos Consulting. I've got my NYU shirt on here. Thinking about a client of mine actually who's recently come to me for a second opinion. I do second opinions pretty much just for Harvard and Stanford because it's I've just decided over the years to narrow my focus, and so I'm reading those application sets primarily because I can there's so much data in all of the small boxes. I'm not talking about your phone number or your salary. I don't care about that stuff. I'm talking more about the choices you make. What stories are you choosing to tell them? It's not just about the essay. It's very holistic, and that's how I like to look at an application. And here are the things that I look for when I'm reading an application holistically for Harvard Business School, HBS, or Stanford, GSB, either the MBA, and I also do second opinions for MSX. These are just the programs I've spent the most time getting to know over the years. It's not that I won't do second opinions for other schools. It's just these are the schools I prefer doing second opinions for. The Wharton application, for example, I know Wharton quite well, but it just asks for a lot less data. There's a lot less information in all those application questions and small boxes, etc. So anyhow, this is what I'm looking for when I'm reading an application, giving it a second read. When you've done all you can, you've checked it with all of your various stakeholders and committee members and friends or even professional consultants, then you come to me 3 weeks before the deadline and you say, Vince, here it is, 20, 30 pages of stuff. Read it cover to cover. And as I'm reading it, this is what I'm asking myself. First of all, I'm looking for a big idea. Harvard, Stanford are big idea schools. It's all about changing the world and having a strong opinion or a hypothesis about some kind of trend in your industry and or your region, and how you really plan to jump in and capture an opportunity that you see out there in the world. So you really have a sense of vision. So first of all, that's what I'm looking for, is somebody that has that. The second thing is, it's fine and good to have a vision, but second of all, do I believe that you are the one to achieve it? So that's where I'm looking at the resume, the recommendation letters. If you can share them with me, I look there to see credibility. I'm also looking just at a very macro level, on a very gut level, at your resume. And do I really see a series of progressions where you're taking on more and more opportunities, more and more responsibilities, and most importantly, driving results. So you're sort of taking on bigger and bigger challenges as you move through your career, even maybe going all the way back to undergraduate, to college, to where you have a proven pattern of selectivity. You're getting chosen for things that are hard to get chosen for, and you're making the most of all of those opportunities. So believability. You have this big idea, first of all, and second, you can get it done at some point in the very near future. And the final thing that I'm looking for, which they're looking for as well, is this sort of X factor, is this sort of personality stuff. Some people call it likability. Will I remember you? Are you making a personal connection? And that's where Stanford's essay set really lends itself to that, right? The first big, huge question in the essay question, what matters most to you and why, usually must be or is, that's where your personal story comes out. And also, have you then found a way, if it's for Harvard, to show that personal side in your essay perhaps, and or in some of those small box, data questions in the application data form. All those short answers are really where I'm looking to see that personal spark. Elements of surprise. You're telling me stories I couldn't guess. You're telling me things you've done and choices you've made that aren't readily obvious from the resume, from anywhere else in your application. Really, this is where this personal story comes in. So, do you have a big idea? Can you achieve it? And do I like you? Do I feel a sense of personal connection to you and your story? And the way to think about that, and this is how I test it, is do I remember it an hour later, a day later, a week later? We don't have a month if you're doing SOS with me because we're looking at 3 weeks before the deadline, but will they remember you? after the first read and into a second read, hopefully, and by the time someone meets you for interview, and even a month after your interview, are you that person that has a kind of hook in your story? It could be your idea, it could be some achievement you've done, it could be something in your personal background, or a combination of all three that just simply sticks in their mind and makes you memorable to them. And that's maybe the hardest thing of all to show, but that's where the fun of it comes in, to get your story straight, line up these three issues. So I just wanted to spell that out as essentially the questions I ask myself, among many other smaller questions, but really these are the bigger questions I'm asking as I'm reading an application for a second opinion. It's a service I offer on a very limited basis for just a very limited number of schools. And I'm not really actively trying to sell it, but I am talking about it actually for those who have already purchased it. Basically, it helps me make these videos to articulate. It's faster to talk than to type. This is something I say a lot in once I'm working with someone in second opinion, and I just realized the other day it's nothing I've ever actually fully articulated. So here goes. I hope this helps you, no matter where you're applying or how you're applying, understand what I think they're looking for. Anyway, that's it for now. As always, I thank you for watching. I encourage you to subscribe. Subscribers are the first to know when I've made new videos. I love making these videos every chance I get. That's all for now. Best of luck with your application, with your interview, and with life. All right. Thanks again for your time. Bye-bye for now.